Well, we back on the scene, man. We back on the scene, man. We back on the scene. We back on the scene. What's going down? What's going down? What's going down? Yeah, we back in the building, man. Back in the building. We back in the building. 608, man. Back in the building. Back in the building. So orange juice day today, man. They say one orange juice a day, keep the motherfucking coughs away. So I'm gonna drink an orange juice a day, man. Yep. Good morning, good night, and whatever else go with all that, man. Yeah, just be thankful you woke up this morning, man. We getting on down through there, man. Today Thursday, man. For you know it'll be Sunday, you complete another whole week. But it's like I say, every day is game 7. Yep, word of the day, man. The word of the day. The word of the day is gonna be 2 words in one, man. I'm gonna see if we can't tackle 2 words in one, man. And that's real. But before we get into that, let's talk a little sports. A little sports, man. Remember when you come in, hit that like button, man. Don't come in without that, man. That's just like showing your appreciation for us being up this early in the morning. So when you come in, hit that like button, man. It don't cost nothing, it's free. It's free. You wouldn't be here if you ain't appreciate it. Cause it's 6:10 in the morning, guess what? Some people still sleep and you up. So if you was able to hit that button to tap in, you're able to hit the like button, man, and get the word of the day so we can move on and see if we can do another word of the day tomorrow. And that's real. Well, Jeremy must be asleep this morning. Old Cap Mitchell must be asleep. What's up, Nate? Yeah, them Astros showed up and showed out, man. But guess what? It's 2-1, man. They got to show up the next game, too. And the game after that, I kind of felt like they was going to win yesterday because they had a good pitch on the mound. But what happened, we'll see what happened, man. However it turned out, man, whoever wins still going to be representing Texas. So shout out Texas, man. That's just the bottom line, man. If you live in Texas, you still win. Whether the Astros win or whether the Rangers win, you still win. Because it's Texas all day. So shout out to both of them. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, man, it's Thursday. It's Thursday, man. It's Thursday morning. As a matter of fact, it's 6:11 on a Thursday morning, man. And we here. Some people not here. So shout out to the people that's here, which is us. You know what I'm saying? Yep. What's up, Show You Love? I see you in the building, boy. You up early. You up early this morning, man. 6:11, man. It's all good, man. You know this is my time of the morning, man. Cause I got to get ready to go tackle this motherfucking this school shit, man. It's like I'm back in school with the motherfucking kids. You know what I'm saying? Some of that shit you do online, but some of that shit you gotta show up. So I gotta show up, man. And I'm showing up with motherfuckers that's younger than me, man. So I'm getting the game from them, man. which ain't nothing wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting the game from motherfucking from young adults, man, that's trying to become something in life, man, and that's real. But really, that's some good shit, cause guess what? I get to chop it up with them and get them some game on life, man. Shit, they help me get where I'm going. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Plexico, man? It's all good, man. I see you in the building, man. Like I say, for anybody that be up this early in the morning, you gotta have an agenda, man. And the agenda is, man, like I always say, be a better person than you were yesterday, man. You know, and don't give you energy to bullshit, man. Cause it take a lot of energy to satisfy bullshit, man. And if you be honest with yourself, man, sometimes we go through our whole life bullshitting, and before we know it, we become bullshit, man. You know what I'm saying? And I can put that in real layman's term if you want me to, man. Don't waste your time on people that you don't have to waste your time on, man. Because if you look around on a daily basis, man, it's a lot of people wasting their time, man. And they don't have no problem wasting your time, man. And that's just simple as I can put it, man. So y'all just stay focused on what's ahead of you, man. And hey, man, this is, you know, and I say this shit, man. I say this shit in all honesty, man. It's 2023. You went a whole year. You went a whole year. So ask yourself, I don't know. Ask yourself, have you made any progress in your life, in your personal life? I'm not talking about that other shit. And I'm not talking about your wife. I'm talking about, have you made any progress in your personal life? And that way you can measure up and tell if you've been wasting your time in a spot that you shouldn't be there, right? Me, I'll be honest, man. You know, I wasted some time, and it's time you can't get back, but it's nothing trumps the time that I spent away from this motherfucker for 25 years. So nothing trumps that. You know, we all guilty of wasting time in areas that we know we shouldn't be in, and wasting time entertaining situations and people that we know we shouldn't be entertaining, right? So that's why I say, man, that's why I be saying you have to have some shit to measure up against what you've been through or what you're going through. But if you don't have no vision on where you going, you ain't going. You ain't going. If you don't have a mindset and a vision on where you going, you are not going. You will be still stuck in the same position in 2024. And that's real. Simple as I can put it. Like I say, it's all about getting better and being better, man. You know what I'm saying? It's all about getting better and being better and representing what you stand for. And I don't know what to stand for, but I know this. Any man that stands for nothing, or even any woman that stands for nothing, will fall for anything. In other words, what I mean by anything, they will entertain anything. And before you know it, you've been entertained by bullshit, man. Simple as that. So you have to be able to distinguish what's bullshit and what not bullshit so you don't get caught up in the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm only speaking like this so people can understand where I'm coming from, you know? I can also speak on another level, which I don't find the need to do that, man. You know, you handle all situations accordingly. What I mean by accordingly, it's the same way you handle people accordingly. You don't respect all people the same. But at the end of the day, that don't mean you disrespect them either. But you handle them accordingly. You know, and some people might go with some people's head, because some people feel like you're supposed to treat all people equal. Yes, you do, to a certain extent. But you have to handle people accordingly, right? And what I mean, you know, and not only that, you have to make people earn the respect. You don't give the respect. You make them earn it. Why? Because if you give it to them, you're building your hopes up for a letdown. And a letdown, you really don't want that. In other words, if you build your hopes up for a letdown, that's a sign of wasting your time, man. And that's real. 24 hours in a day, 7 days a week, what I call every day is game 7. Simple as I can put it, man. So, man, look, like I say, when you enter the chat, just hit the like button, man. It's 6:17 in the morning. Ain't too many people gonna be up, which that's what I like. I like to talk to the people that's up in the morning with a plan to add value to their life. If you up this time of morning, you got a plan. And that's real. I don't see people just being up at 6 in the morning. I don't see that. I don't see them being up at just 4 or 5 in the morning. The people that's up are people that's thinking about what's gonna happen today, where they can prevent some shit from happening tomorrow. These are the people that's up. You know what I'm saying? Like Kincaid said, a mission mindset, and that's fact. Or they might play it back, but check this out, Plexco. Playing it back is nothing like getting it when it first dropped. What I mean by that, if you sleep right now, and I'm not saying that you didn't do what you had to do last night, but like I said, I've been living for quite some time. And a man's first impression is the best impression. And I'm not saying that it won't have an effect later on, but I'm saying if you up right now, that means you have hit the reset button from yesterday. You have hit the reset button from yesterday. Why? How do I know that? Why? I used to smoke. I used to drink. I used to do all the things that everybody else did. I done that. You know what I'm saying? But I come to find out my mind is more equipped to handle information early in the morning. Facts. That's why when you get high and you drink and you go to sleep and you wake up sober, you feel better than you did when you was in that state of mind. Now, I might be wrong. I don't think I am. Why? Because I did that shit. And I know how I felt when I got up in the morning. I felt better and I was able to think when I'm like I am now. Why? You know why? Because I can hold myself accountable for the shit I did the day before. That's why. But sometimes people, they don't want to do that. That's why they on a consistent basis of getting fucked up. I'm not knocking them. I'm just explaining my reason, and I'm putting substance behind my words. And that's the picture I'm painting. What's up, Scott? And that's the picture I'm painting. Don't think I'm on here bashing people that drink or get high. No, that's not the case. Because if that's the case, then I'm bashing me. I did the shit. I'm just saying you are a better person and you can operate when you are sober. That's all I'm saying. And when you get up in the morning, you hit the reset button from a mental standpoint and you can play back all the shit that you did the day before. Why? Because you are sober. Simple as that. So, man, like I say, let's get in this word of the day, man, because we've been in 13 minutes, man. Let's get in this word. I say salute to the playback crew, too. Ain't no doubt. I'm going to salute them. They can play it back. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? But all I ask on the playback crew, man, is don't walk away without the message, man. And I always say this here, man, and this is just a proven fact, man, because everybody you see that's on this YouTube circuit, you're not going to agree with. But remember this, man, don't mind the man, because you just might miss the message, man. And all of us, sometimes everybody ain't got no message. You have to be able to cipher through that shit to get what you looking for, right? But like I say, anytime I come to the screen, I come to this bitch with a sober mind. I don't come fucked up. Why? Because I can't see myself trying to put some positive shit out there in the atmosphere and I'm fucked up. That's my number one reason. Even for sidestepping that shit. You know what I'm saying? And I don't knock nobody that do it, man, to each his own. Because at the end of the day, guess what? Whatever the consequences and repercussions for your actions, you got to pay that, not me. So salute to the playback crew. But anyway, man, word of the day, man, is consistent and persistent. Those two things matter. Why? In order to be any kind of successful in your life, you have to be consistent. You have to be consistent, right? It's kind of like, oh yeah, you got to respect the sober mind always, man. And I know some of us heard this here growing up. I mean, even I heard it because I used to say it. Oh, I drive better when I'm drunk. And I was speaking from a damn fool mindset. Because people that drive intoxicated kill other people, man. You know what I'm saying? And that used to be me. I used to speak from that mindset. You know what I'm saying? But when you know better, you do better. So anyway, man, like I said, persistence and consistent. Both of those words coincide with each other. You have to be consistent in whatever you do. You have to be consistent. Why? Because without consistency, you lose. Because then you are labeled as a sometiming motherfucker. That's as I can put it. You know what I'm saying? If you make plans to do something and you are not consistent doing it, people are not going to take you serious. They're not going to take you serious. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what? You're only consistent at your convenience. You're only consistent at your convenience. You are not consistent as a people of whole convenience. Why? So therefore you can't be dependent upon. You know what I'm saying? Anywhere you go, people like consistency. Even with me, that's the same way like on the channel. This is what I got the other day. What's up, Matt? This is what I got the other day. Man, you know we're gonna support you, but you just not consistent enough. And guess what? I took that in consideration. So don't think I don't be listening. I took that in consideration. So guess what? Now at 6, the only person that won't be consistent is the person that's not here. I took it up on myself to be consistent every morning before I go to that fucking building to get my fucking brain bashed in by these books and this computer. I always take the time out to give a word of the day. And that word of the day always be calculated the day before. Why? Because my shit is structured and I go by a vision board. And once I finish doing this, I can check that shit off and keep it pushing. And I move on to something else, right? But like I said, persistence and consistency coincides with each other. You know what I'm saying? Every morning you get up, if you have a consistent pattern, whether it's, I don't care what it is, it'll pay off if you're trying to accomplish something. And if you are persistent about it, you will achieve whatever you're trying to do, man. Because persistency adds up to excellence, man. You will be excellent on the things that you're trying to do. And I'm not gonna say that shit gonna happen overnight, because we know one thing, Rome wasn't built overnight. That shit was built brick by brick by brick, right? Use this for an example, right? Use this for an example. And always use it for reasons. What's up, Tyrone? I use it for reasons because I like to paint pictures. I love to paint pictures. Why? Because when you put a picture in your mindset, you know what I'm saying? When you put a picture in your mindset, guess what happens? You can paint it and you can achieve it. Real facts. Real facts, you know? So like I say, man, paint the picture in your mind and you can move forward. But if you don't paint no picture, you can't move forward. Real spill. You know what I'm saying? So, anyway, like I said, man, what's up, T. Riggins? You want to be seen? We ain't tripping. They already know. I don't entertain no thoughts, man. So come on in. If you want to come in, come in. If you want it, you want it. If you don't, you don't. Like I said, I'm not high. I don't drink. I don't smoke. So guess what? and I don't get emotional. That's one of the things I don't do. And I'm not gonna block you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna block you. So you can say whatever you wanna say. This motherfucking train gonna keep rolling. We gonna keep rolling, and I'm gonna keep rolling every morning at 6 o'clock, man. Like I say, persistence and consistency pays off. So guess what we know we ain't gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Guess what we know we ain't gonna do? We ain't gonna let no motherfucking body stop this show. And it really ain't no show. It's just facts, man. Facts. Simple as that is facts. Real spill. Oh, I ain't tripping, man. I promise I ain't tripping. I ain't tripping, man. Come on in, man. Come on in. You welcome to come in here, man. You got to understand one thing. I got a degree in psychology, and I'm going to school for a business degree. So I'm gonna need people like you to test my mental. So I welcome that. I'm gonna need you, because in the near future, if I'm gonna teach somebody how to be strong from a mental standpoint, I have to be challenged. So I appreciate you and your comments, man. It's good for me. I swear it's good for me, man. It's good for me, man. Thank you. Because I am attempting to do something I never did before, and that's entertain a room full of people. And that's facts, man. You know what I'm saying? Real spill. I got the psychology degree, man, so I can deal with people like T. Riggers, man, with the criticism, whether it's constructive or whether it's not. I need that to build mental strength. Thank you, man. Salute to you, homie. Come on in. I need 50 more motherfuckers like you. You know what I'm saying? I need 50 more people like T. Riggins to come on in, man, so we can all get educated together, man. Like I told you, and whoever else I always tap in, I'm not the smartest motherfucker in the room. Because at that time, when I become the smartest motherfucker in the room, all of us in trouble. All of us in trouble. You know what I'm saying? I need to operate on a level with 30 more smart people, man. So we know why? That way I can consume what they know, man, as long as they don't waste my time. So salute to you for coming in this morning, and it's all good. It's 6:30, and if you up, that means you going somewhere or you coming from somewhere, and you just happen to tap in because you're not here all the time. So salute to you, man. Anyway, man, back to the situation at hand. Persistence and consistency pays off, man. It pays off, man. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, man, if you're gonna be consistent in your everyday life, that's what you have to do. If you let me put this shit in YouTube's terms, right? That way some people can understand it, right? If you're gonna be a motherfucker on the sideline looking in, you gotta be consistent at that, man. You can't show up every now and then. If you serious about being what you been on this YouTube shit, you have to show up every day. And I don't think you can show up 7 days a week at 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning. Why? Because most people not gonna do that shit because they're not getting paid for it. You know what I'm saying? They're not getting paid for it. And this is a paying society, man. If people don't pay, ain't nobody staying. So people, that's why I say you got to understand and recognize, man, that people come and go as they see fit, man. And I know one thing. This YouTube circuit is free. It's free for anybody to comment into that shit. But also, the person that's on here talking can kill the comments and there won't be no comments coming up, right? But why would you do that if you don't want to be challenged? Leave the goddamn comments on and be challenged from a mental standpoint to see how strong you are. That's the way the game go. That's why I don't understand why people turn the comments off. Leave the comments on, because you just might have a motherfucker that's in the comments that's smarter than you. You know what I'm saying? Yes, leave the comments on, man. Leave the comments on. And get rid of that soft ass skin. That shit don't have no weight. It don't have no weight in the real world either, because you are in a situation where you might need to have tough skin, and you might enter a room full of fucking sharks. And if your skin is soft, they're gonna eat your ass alive. So people in the comments will challenge you from a mental standpoint, which is good. So people, if you are on YouTube, do not turn the comments off. Let those people come in because it's only gonna test your mental. That's it. But you got to have the mental capacity to understand that most people that come in don't mean no harm. It don't mean no harm. They just fucking with you. It's the same thing as if you was watching an NBA game and you make a comment. Those people don't know you. Those people don't know you. But you have to keep moving forward. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say, I am who I am for real. On this motherfucking YouTube circuit and off. I deal with people from a business aspect all day, every day. And some of those motherfucking people are not the nicest people. You got people in the business world that are real bitches. Real bitches. Simple as that. Some people in the business world will judge you on what you've been through, not who you are. Don't you know how many motherfucking meetings I've been in since I've been free? And these motherfuckers look at my track record of being locked up for 25 years and they come back with the answer, no. Why? Because of my motherfucking past history. And who can I be mad at? Nobody but me. Because I put myself in a position to where I played my motherfucking self out of pocket. That's why I tell people all the time, I would never in life play myself out of pocket again. For no man, no woman, for no conversation, none of that shit. That's why when I'm on here, when people say fucked up shit about me, I laugh. I laugh. Because now, guess what? And even so then, I know who I am. I'm built different. And I understand how people gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I tell y'all, man, do not get offended when people say fucked up shit about you. They testing your mental. But if you move on that shit, you are playing yourself out of pocket. Don't play yourself out of pocket, man. Because I'm telling you right now, if you do that, whether it's physical or on the other back end of that shit, you the one gonna lose. You the one gonna lose because people know not of what they say. They are not responsible for what they say. Why? Because in the psychology world, those people are considered impulse thinkers. Impulse thinkers. Why? And why I can speak to this? Because I got the shit in black and white. I went to school to diagnose people when they approach me like this. I didn't go because I was gonna get a fucking job or I was gonna open a clinic to be able to write scripts. No, I didn't do that. I went and got a fucking psychology degree so I can address people. That's why I did it. And it doesn't make me better than you. I'm just a fucking Negro that went to school, got a fucking degree because I knew I was gonna need it after I got free. Because these people are going to challenge me. They're going to challenge me. In order for me to have self-control, I have to know how to control that shit. And in the midst of me controlling that, I control the person too. That's what we missing, man. We missing that. You learn how to control the situation and you can control the person, man. That's simple. But some people, it's not simple. Some people, this shit is real hard. Some people, you give them remote control of your fucking life and they automatically turn you on and turn you off when they get ready. Y'all see it on this motherfucking YouTube circuit all the time. Y'all see it. I ain't even got to talk about the shit, but you see it. You know what I'm saying? And that's for real. I'm not gonna say they're incapable of thinking before they speak. I'm saying this here. Most people are not thinkers, period. They are just speakers. They rather speak first and suffer the consequences and repercussions later. And they think later on. That's just like criminals. And I used to be one, right? I was an impulse thinker. Why? Because I commit the crime and think about the consequences later. That's what an impulse thinker is. You do what you do first and think about the motherfucking consequences and repercussions later. Whether your life is in jeopardy or whether it's not. That's what people do in society. So the minute you are able to diagnose that shit and recognize it, then you become a better thinker. But you can't become no better thinker. You know why? I'm gonna tell you this here real spill, man. And it's 6:37, man. And I gotta be on the move in a couple more minutes. But I will say this here, man. And like I say, this is my profession, man. This is right here is my profession, man. You know what I'm saying? I am striving to counsel people when they are not thinkers, right? What's up, man? This is my profession. This is what I'm going for right here. Listen to what I'm telling you. You yourself have to become a thinker, not an impulse thinker. Impulse thinkers act before they think. I'm good. Impulse thinkers act before they think. And that's what society offers us. You see it all the time. The people that commit the crimes are impulse thinkers, right? They think when they act, and then they think later. That's why you see them in the fucking courtroom, and they've never said yes, ma'am, or no, sir, to anybody in their family. But as soon as they get in front of the fucking magistrate, guess what happened? They say, no, sir, yes, sir, in front of the magistrate, right? That's what they do, in front of the magistrate. But they've never said yes, sir, or no, sir, to the judge. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let me, you say, what if you think too much before you act, right? The thing about it, though, is not thinking before. It's no such thing as thinking too much. Because sometimes thinking a lot can save your fucking life. Or it can make you not commit the worst mistake in your life, man. But I understand this here. Just say if it's a life or death situation, man, and you have to react. That's your life in danger. You know what I'm saying? So you have to react. And you don't have time to not to react to the situation, right? You don't have to. I went to an active shooting class, as a matter of fact, yesterday at the school. An active shooting class, right? But it's common sense to say this here, man. If you're in a situation where motherfuckers come in and they shooting and they shooting the whole motherfucker up, it don't take a rocket science to figure out, hey, where's the motherfucking nearest exit? Get your ass out of there. You're not gonna sit around and overthink that situation. You gonna move. You know what I'm saying? And it's different if you had a fucking weapon where you can get back at that person, but you don't. We've seen it before. We've seen it in schools where officers have weapons on their hip and a motherfucking active shooter come in and shoot the school up and the fucking officer take off. You know what I'm saying? They take off. So now if you sit around and you overthink that conversation, guess what? That'll be the last motherfucking situation that you overthink. So I expect people to think better than that. I'm talking about the impulse thinkers, man, that say shit and don't think about the consequences and repercussions until it's later on. This is what we're dealing with in society right now, man. Well, you said should teach the game of chess to all the kids in the school. Man, I tell you what, man, look. You know, I hear that word in that game frequently, right? But on the back end of that shit, Matthew, understand this, man. Chess is a game, man. It is a game, and it consists of, kings, queens, pawns, rooks, bishops, knights, all that shit, right? But the difference between that, chess is a motherfucking game, a gaming board. Life is not. Life do not come with a motherfucking manuscript where it tells you how to operate through all the chaos. So, chess is a thinking game. It's a thinking game. But if you play chess too long, then guess what happens? You master that shit too. And you can check a motherfucking in 3 moves. You know what I'm saying? So, and I can play chess, but am I a good chess player? I'm mediocre. I'm in the middle. But if you don't know how to play, I can beat you. That's on the chessboard. You know what I'm saying? That's a gaming board. It's the same way with the shit out here in the world with the Madden and the basketball, all that shit, right? So, like I said, man, kids don't tune in to say, man, do your own evaluation on kids nowadays, man. Do your evaluation on kids nowadays, man. Kids' attention spans are like this. They are so short, it's pitiful. Kids' attention spans are short. And I will say this. Today's kids now are killers. Simple as that. They killers. Yep. Today's kids now are killers. So, that's what you have to be careful of, man. Because the very first time a kid feel like you stepping on their toes, they will kill you. So be careful to the kid that you teach. And that's real. Be careful to the kids that you try to educate and teach. All kids are not meant to be taught. Why? Because we live in a microwave world, man, where people want shit like that. You know what I'm saying? People don't want to put the work in. They want to wake up and automatically the shit appear in front of them. We're not in old school times, man. That shit is so far gone, man. That's why you see kids. I can say this shit over and over and over and over again, right? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It is mental, right? It's mental. You right, Pleasant Code. This shit is mental. It's mental, right? But let me ask you this, real spill. Let me ask you this. Mental health is real. Mental health is real. You know what I'm saying? Mental health is real. And kids suffer from mental health. You know why kids suffer from mental health? Because the majority of the parents suffer from mental health, right? And we got so many motherfucking unstable homes in society right now. You know how many kids growing up without two parents? And even if you was growing up with two parents in the home, one parent is probably gone all day. Why? Because that person is trying to provide for the family. So that alone is mental health. So you can attack the mental health situation from any angle that you want to attack it from, man. My point is this, man. In my years of being in that fucking prison, you know how many kids I seen come in that motherfucker with life sentence without parole? With life sentence without parole. And what I consider a kid is somebody that's 18, 19, they might think they grown, but the age of 21, that's when you're able to purchase things over the counter. But in my fucking time span spent in prison, I've seen kids coming up with life sentence without parole. And they only realize that they never getting out of that motherfucker is when they get there. I've counseled kids in prison that had to do 40 years on a capital life sentence. And you only fucking 19 years old. Put that on the table and understand where I'm coming from. I caught my life sentence at 19, yes. Facts, 19 years old. You walking into a motherfucking courtroom for a crime that you committed and not knowing. I just gave you the word of the day. The word of the day is persistence and consistency. Both of those coincide with each other. That's the word. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, man, but let me tell you this here. let me tell you this here, right? And I gotta move on, right? Let me tell you this here. It's like being in school. Remember this. Oh, I ain't giving up on them, man. Man, look, man, I swear I ain't giving up on no kids. But I'm telling you this here. It starts at home. It's kind of like when a kid leave home and go to school, right? That in which what he leave home with should already be taught before he get to school, so that way he don't go to the principal's office. Or they won't have to have them parent conferences. Or this kid won't be suspended from school. All that shit start at home, man. If the parents raise the kids at home, it don't get to the school. And if the parents raise the kids at home, they don't come to me for advice. But I'm telling you, some parents are terrified of their own fucking kids. They are terrified of their kids. Why? Because kids consume bullshit 24/7. And whatever you think mental, that shit becomes reality. And the only reason you ain't moved on it is because guess what? You got a mind and you got a subconscious mind. That in which what dwells in the subconscious mind, at some time and point is gonna come to life. Simple as that. But you have to understand where I'm coming from to know that it's not the streets that fuck kids up. It's the parents at home that are afraid of their kids. You have some parents that are literally afraid of their kids. That's why they let them do what the fuck they want to do. Because they're afraid of them. The NFL player the other day just killed his motherfucking mama in his house. That's what I'm trying to tell you, man. Mental health is real. Mental health is real. And I'm not giving up on the kids, man. That's why I say persistence and consistency, even in raising kids. But you have to put the work in. You can't just send them off and you ain't putting no fucking work in. And you can't sit around and this my son and this my daughter. I smoke weed, so guess what? When I hit the blunt, I'm passing it to them too. These are the kind of motherfucking parents we dealing with right now, man. And I'm not saying all of them, man. Shout out to the motherfucking parents that discipline their kids at home so it won't make it to school. Those are the kids I'm talking about, man. Real spill. Just don't let that shit, you shouldn't even have to be sending your kids to no motherfucking, get no psychological evaluation, man. Why? Because you know better what's wrong than the person that you sending them to. That's real spill. Hey, I wish I could try to draw this shit up and paint it a different way, man. But like I say, when you fuck with me, I'm gonna keep it 110, man. Kids are afraid of their, parents are afraid of their kids, man. It ain't like it was when we growing up, man. And not so much of that. Child Protective Service protects the kids, so you can't discipline the kid like you want to discipline. You can't take their motherfucking pants down and put that belt on their ass because you'll go to jail. So all that shit is challenging, man. Everything I'm saying is facts. It's not fiction. Raising kids in 2023 is challenging. Why? Because you cannot discipline them without you as the parent suffering the consequences and repercussions behind this shit, man. And that's real. But we'll say that for another day, man. Remember, man, consistency, persistence pays off in your everyday life, man. So, man, y'all stay consistent on whatever y'all striving for, man, and you have to stay persistent, man, and be patient. Okay, I'm not saying that it's not easier, but what's easy for you is not easier to the next person. And shout out to you, man. If it's easy to you, that means you doing your job, bro. So I salute you for that. But I'm telling you, you can go down the street and it's not easy for somebody else. And they will ask you, damn, they will want advice from you. Damn, man, how you do that? How you get this person to do this? How you get that person to do this? People will seek advice from you as a good parent because most people are struggling with that shit, man. Look at the foster homes. Look at the number on the foster homes. Look at the kids that run away from home. That shit ain't that easy. You might have your shit together, You might understand how to provide for the household. You might not be scared of your fucking son. You know what I'm saying? You might not be scared of your son. Yeah. But most people, it ain't easy for most people, homie. And that's real. And that's facts. Shout out to you. What I'm saying though, is what you instill. If you instill that shit in them from an early standpoint, or should I say age, then you don't have to do that. Why? Because they respect who raised them. And that respect goes a long way. But you can't wait till a kid get 12, 13 years old and try to instill in them what you should instill in them when they was motherfucking me kid. Because once they grow up, that shit too late. You have to educate them kids when they're a pup like you raising a fucking dog. They have to be educated and raised on properly how to respect once they get outside the home. Because if not, you're going to receive them fucking phone calls from their school. You're going to receive the phone calls from the school. And you can be a good parent. And you can buy everything that the kid want and all that, but guess what? If it ain't no motherfucking verbal in between all that, you still gonna lose. Because guess what? When they get to a certain age, it's a lot more people in the streets than it is in your house. It's a hell of a lot more people in society that's in population that's in the streets than it is in your house. And once that street get involved in their life, that shit over with, man. It's over with. And then you become a parent to a kid that's lost, to kids that's in the system. And then guess what happens? Then it becomes a real big inconvenience to you, because now you got to fight the system to try to get back what's yours. Why? Because you didn't do your motherfucking job in the beginning. And sometimes people do their job and they still lose, and the streets still win out. So we can talk about that conversation all day, man, and we can go back and forth, man, because there's no right or it's no wrong, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just educational conversation, which is good. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, man, whatever the guy named T. Riggins, when you came in, man, I appreciate you for coming in, challenging me to make me from a mental standpoint be able to think and understand that you don't know me and I don't know you, but your shit count when it comes to me. You know, and I appreciate the challenging, man. I'm up for the challenge at all time, man. You know, especially if I'm supposed to be mentally strong, get at me. You know what I'm saying? And that's for real. So I was kid in the system, so I made sure my boys would not be like, see what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. You see how easy that was? Say he was a kid in the system and made sure his boys wanted. That's why, see what I'm saying? But it took him going to that situation to understand if he reproduced and bring somebody into society that he wasn't going, and I'm not going to say that person failed him, but he not going to let his kids go through a system that he went through. Why? Because he understand that you have to educate kids or anybody from an early age, man. And you're not going to save all of them. Some of them going to be rebellious. But at the end of the day, you have to know this, man, that it's worth the effort. Why? Because you brought that person into this world, man. And if you don't do it, somebody going to do it, man. And we all know one thing. The system going to do it. The system going to do it. That bitch is full of kids. Full of kids. And that's real. So, man, I appreciate y'all for tapping in, man. And like I always say, man, you can tap in with CEO Hockley, man. Never mind the man, get the message. Never mind the man, get the message. And that's all I can say, man. Decipher one between the two. Get what you need and get on. But continue to, man, keep consistent and persistent in your everyday life. And for those that just tapped into the channel, man, hit that motherfucking like button and subscribe button, man. And I'll be here in the morning for the word of the day. You know what I'm saying? My time here was well spent this morning, and I hope y'all time was well spent too. Get on up and get that money, Jones. Ain't no doubt. Cause them people your goals don't give a damn about your excuses. Cause when they ask for that money for that rent, you can't tell them that you was asleep all night or you was on YouTube all day fucking with me. Cause I'm about to head out the door. Like I said, I'm finna go be challenged by a fucking professor in a classroom full of motherfucking youngsters that's up under me. But I understand, I accept the challenge though. Cause those people that I sit next to might be my colleagues in the future. And I don't mind them being younger than me. You know what I'm saying? I'm the old man of the class, which I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? I am totally fine with sitting next to motherfuckers that's younger than me and educate me on how to get a motherfucking degree in business. I am totally fine with that. You know what I'm saying? So for anybody, man, that think age matters when you're trying to get re-educated, man, it don't, man. Don't be afraid to challenge yourself, man. You know what I'm saying? Because fear is a part of life, man. And to overcome that, you got to step out there, man. Real spirit. It ain't no different from when you doing shit wrong and you step out there and you don't know what's gonna happen. You still step out there. So on the positive note, if you feel like in your mind that you can do some shit, step out there, man, and don't worry about nobody laughing at. They gonna laugh anyway, whether it's good or whether it's bad. So they gonna laugh anyway. But at the end of the day, only person that's secure about that is you, man. They gonna do that anyway, man. It's dream killers everywhere, man. Don't let nobody kill your dream, man. Remember to hit that like button, that subscribe button, man. And I'll see y'all tomorrow at 6 o'clock. Holla.